Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our new webinar when we learn, strive, and converse. Well, today we have our guest, Raeefa Iesa, a distinguished medical aesthetician with over the 5 years of experience, providing special, oh my goodness, providing aesthetics for addressing diverse skin types and conditions. Proficient in cutting-edge modules like laser and radiofrequency treatments. Wow, I need to visit one of those.
Yes.
She crafts personalized skincare regimens tailored to each individual's unique needs. She will be presenting to us her personalized BioGut journey. Welcome to our studio.
Thank you.
And before we begin, I need to mention that we will be glad to answer any of your questions, so you can just reach out, type to the chat, and we will be addressing them as soon as we see them on the flow of our conversation, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, let's begin.
Of course.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing?
Good.
Amazing.
Good.
See,
Yes.
already
Yeah.
working on. Well, today we will have a special format, and this is something that we prepared especially for you.
Okay.
We will do a meme format. So with every conversation will start with the meme.
Okay.
And you need to select the winner meme.
Okay.
The one that you will like, you will give me a thumb up.
Okay.
The one that you don't, just tell me I don't.
Okay.
We'll shred it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, and the time for our first meme is when you neglect your skin during the winter. I'm not entirely sure how well you can see, but this is a little reptile in the mirror.
I would definitely give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay, we have
Definitely a thumbs up.
Yeah. Can you tell me more about the moisturizing importance during the winter? I know
Yeah.
like some people neglect it, especially like my brother and some men. They are
Yeah.
not into that, but I know it's very important to maintain our skin intact.
Of course, and even in the winter time, I mean, when it's winter, our weather tends to change, so our skin tends to get a little bit more dry. So it's very important to be moisturizing in the winter throughout the whole. Every month of the year you should be moisturizing, but especially in the winter. I mean, we do live in Alberta, so we are super dry in this area, but yeah, very important, yes.
That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Then now I know that, because every single time when I don't do it, this is when I'm turning into reptile.
Yeah, oh, of course, yeah, definitely dry skin, dry hair, dry everything. So.
And then obviously like when you have this dryness, this is when the pimples pop up. And
Of
you're
course.
like, oh,
Yeah,
again.
and who wants to have that flaky skin anyway? So it's
No.
always good to have that.
It's
more
perfect.
hydrated
Their
skin.
tile was perfect.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
I definitely agree.
We have a new meme
Okay.
coming up. I'll show it to you. Alongside to the people. This is when I will bring forward.
Okay.
So the meme stating that no matter whether I drink 23 gallons of water, do 365 step routine skincare, pray to the skincare gods, and then my skin. Whiteheads, acne scars, blackheads, acne, pigmentation, eczema, dry patches. Yeah, this is something that I can relate to.
Yeah, I think it's half of a problem though. I don't think that that's like the full problem. I think that's half. Sure, this can happen if you're not doing those things, but that's just one part of it. So.
And honestly, like addressing your eating habits and your routine, drinking water. I know that you've been part of the BioGut program, right? Which is addressing a lot of different aspects of how you eat and what do you do. Did you see like that the eating habits that you've been implementing through the BioGut program somehow contributed to your skin?
Of course. Yeah. So I'm not a huge water drinker. I love soda. So for me to have to input in all of that extra water and drink all that extra water, I definitely felt a huge difference in my skin. Not only with keeping hydrated, but even just with all of the foods. So kind of being more, set on my foods and stuff like that. Definitely a huge difference in my skin for sure.
I can see it's
radiating.
Yeah.
Thank you. We all try to get to that point where we're having that glowy skin, and I think it's a huge part of what you eat is also what's going to show up on your skin. So definitely once you're on track with that, you will definitely get a really good result in your skin. So
perfect.
Yeah.
You make me curious. Okay, what about the meme though?
Yeah, I would say it's a 50-50 because it's
50-50
half.
is
It's,
not.
Yeah, so I would put it on the side.
And remember, I mentioned that what on the side? We can shred it.
Yeah, we can probably shred that one because it's more than just that. So.
Yep. Cut it out.
Shred it. There we go. We don't need to worry about this one.
This one is not gonna do. Okay. We have our new meme coming up. Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
But someone says they never get stomach aches. Oh, good. Oh, I like this.
You can
Yeah.
relate. Okay,
Okay,
we have
yeah.
a new meme, and it basically says that when someone tells that they don't have a flare-ups of the IBS and they don't have any stomach aches, and you say, "Good for you."
Yeah.
Okay, so I see that you're relating. I don't really relating to this,
Okay.
and I don't really know how to distinguish the IBS flare-ups in the first place.
Okay.
Like, can you tell me, maybe I do have, but I just don't know how to distinguish. Given that you went through this IBS treatment program, right, and you know that you have those flare-ups, and now you can distinguish whether you have or not,
Yeah.
how you can distinguish those?
I feel in terms of like flare-ups, I'm thinking of like bloating, stomach ache, stuff like that, and those kinds of flare-ups. So yeah, I definitely think that relates to me.
So
I would definitely think that. I mean, once that happens, you're like, oh, okay. So you could definitely tell when it's happening for sure.
Right? Because
Yeah.
like, sometimes I do feel like people have this stomach aches or like more of like bloating.
Yeah, bloating for sure, and I feel like you can definitely tell that, especially when you're.
in tight pants.
Yeah, it's when you're wearing your clothes, you can definitely tell
Yeah,
if you're
exactly.
bloating, or maybe for not another person, but for yourself, you can definitely feel that.
And then
so.
you're wearing dress and you're in the
Yes.
party and
Yeah,
you're like,
okay, I need to get home. So.
Okay, so this one is a thumb up.
Yes.
Okay,
That's a definitely
good
thumbs
for
up.
you.
Yeah, that's a thumbs up.
Good for you to have a thumb up. Okay, perfect. Let's move to our next one. And oh yeah. Sure thing. I love this one. I hope you will love it too. We know that we've been working on the diets through our IBS program, but sometimes we have something like this.
That's a huge thumbs up. I will definitely have pizza tonight. So.
Okay, me when I have pizza tonight, my gut. Okay, so for this one, this brings me to the point that you know, when you have your eating habits, you don't crave certain things, right? What would you tell through the BioGut journey? Sometimes when we have those cravings, will you be able to manage those through some of the diet advices?
For sure.
For sure.
So on the BioGut, I think that on the portal, where because it has like your specific foods, and when you write out your foods, well, instead of having a craving, let's look at something else that's a little bit more healthier instead of being like, okay, I'm gonna have a full set of pizza. So I think that definitely helped me for sure, because it kind of gives me ideas of foods that could be healthier for sure.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And what else? So let's say that you have, just to elaborate on the portal that you catch spaces on.
Yeah.
I've never seen it,
Yeah.
so you can give me a better expectation of
Yeah.
how does it look
Of
like.
course.
So you entering and then you having a better understanding based on the food that you input, or some of the suggestions that
The suggestion, so of how to cook something. So instead of it having it deep fried, there's another suggestion of, okay, let's maybe do it in the oven or an air fryer. So there's all of these suggestions that if originally you would have done something through a deep fryer, it gives you suggestions to do it a little bit more on the healthier side.
Oh.
So that's something that I definitely enjoy for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, if I'm a huge foodie, so if I'm gonna go in exactly, I mean you both, so when you go and look at, you can have the exact same thing but have it a little bit healthier. It makes everything so much better. So yeah,
from time to time you just need it.
you just need it. So but you can still get your cravings, but just maybe making it a little bit better
It's
for
like
you.
you can manage those.
Exactly,
And it
you can
helps a
manage.
lot.
Yeah, for
How
sure.
does like managing the craving helped with your IBS journey?
When I have my cravings, I have my cravings. But definitely helped a lot. So like again, I'll touch back on the point that I love soda. So I always crave like either a Pepsi or a Coke or something. I always want to have like some kind of pop. So those cravings have kind of went away. I feel like I don't really feel like I need that anymore. There's so many other alternatives, but even without the alternatives, I just don't crave it as much as I used to.
Okay.
So, and a snacky. So all those snacks, I don't crave it as much. when you have your right portions and you have your right foods, you don't crave those little things anymore. So
That's perfect.
yeah.
And it probably helps you to like, you know, because bloating happens when
exactly,
we
and it gets rid of
overeat
all
or
of that.
something.
So
It gets
yeah,
rid-
yeah,
oh my goodness,
yeah.
it's actually like a very good perspective
Yeah,
to look at it.
for sure. Yeah.
I will have pizza tonight.
Yeah.
I don't
Make
know.
it a healthier
We'll see.
choice.
So this is a yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. We have our 3 yeses. And we have our new meme.
Okay. I must say, I prefer Verdi's Don Carlos to La Traviata. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know.
It's
What is
fine.
it? Can you?
Maybe Italian.
Maybe Italian or
So
something.
it's more for the wines, and I will explain.
Oh, I
this
think the
meme.
gut is that
Yeah.
the gut?
So
yeah.
this is the little microbes, and the little microbes tells that I must say I prefer Verdi's Don Carlos to La Triviata, and then another microbe tells I concur, but what is Aida? And this is the cultured bacteria, the culture of wine. And I believe it not really impressed you, is it?
No, not so much.
Not so much.
No.
You want to shred it?
I think, yeah, we'll shred that meme.
Okay,
Yes.
I will give it for you. And meanwhile, you'll be shredding.
Okay.
I have a little question. So, sometime back when we had...
Get rid of this.
Yeah. Okay, sometime back we had a webinar with our dietitian, registered dietitian Raman Kapoor, and she brought this little knowledge to us about how microbiome influence our eating habits and vice versa, how our eating habits influence our microbiome. So basically we can culture our microbiome through eating the proper food.
Mm-hmm.
And then did you, I'm sure that you've been doing some of the microbiome testing for the BioGut program. Did you see any difference?
Not the difference yet, because I didn't do my second microbiome, but I did do the original one, and there was some things that were that I didn't, in terms of food, that I need more of. So, but I still didn't do my second one. I'm going to do it, and then that way we can compare the difference and see what the differences are between the two. But my foods have been a lot more easier than I was before I did my microbiome. I blew up with my cravings maybe, so I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
But,
I feel like sometimes when you're managing what you're eating, you're changing the composition of your microbiome.
Yeah.
And this is when they don't produce some of the things that tells your brain that I need chocolate.
Right.
I need chocolate,
for sure.
but I don't need chocolate sometimes.
For sure, yeah.
And, I remember we had this conversation with the psychologist that we have, Raeefa Iesa.
Yeah.
And then she told me that the fridge is not a solution. You need to think more towards many other things before jumping into that. And I still remember. I still remember that food is not a solution.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on to our new meme.
These scientists know my gut knows it better. Yeah, I would definitely thumbs up for that.
You would definitely thumbs up
Yes.
for that?
Yeah.
Okay, our new meme is, what do these scientists know? My gut knows better.
Yes.
Yeah. And I believe it does work well when you know, let's say, when you have certain issues with your gut, right? And when you're managing your food intake, this is when you will start to see what your gut wants to eat and probably what you would replace with something else, right? Did you see that you changed your habits?
With my foods?
Yes, with your foods.
Definitely a lot. Yeah, a
Is
lot.
your gut telling you?
Yes, because of the symptoms that I used to have. Once you start to see your symptoms kind of go away, that's when you know that your gut is telling you that you're doing something good. So again, going back to having that bloating or looking at your bowel movement or whatever it is, when you start to notice the changes in that, I feel like that's your gut talking to you, so that you're doing pretty good. So
that's perfect.
Yeah.
I never thought that how the gut can communicate. Now you defined it pretty well.
For sure. Yeah. So I definitely give that a thumbs up. That's in the
thumbs up
section. Yeah.
Just because of the cat.
Just because of the cat.
Just because of the cat.
Who can
the
say
cat
no to
is
the cat?
perfect. Yes. Okay, I agree with that. Perfect. And right now we will be working towards our new meme. And this meme will be looking like this.
the human microbiome project says that the human body has 100 trillion microscopic life forms living in it. You call this living?
No,
No,
I don't think so.
no, I don't
Well,
think
it's
so either.
science memes
Yeah.
in a go, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's more for the nerds like
Maybe,
me.
yeah.
Yeah. So, well, you may not like it, but I will share it with everyone. So your gut has millions of the microbes. They're living together, right? And they're living in it. And then the microbes telling that, do you call this a living? It's definitely not a living, but they do perform a lot of different important tasks, right? And let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Before you entered, like, what was your original thought of what is microbiome? Before you read anything in Wikipedia or anywhere else, what was your first thoughts? I'm curious.
Honestly, I had no idea, but I just knew that it had something to do that was personal within you. But what exactly? No idea.
No idea?
No idea.
What
no.
was your association? What was the microbiome?
That I did? I did the gut microbiome. Yeah, gut microbiome and the skin microbiome. I did those both. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So when I would hear, I rarely heard the word microbiome, and even if I did, I'd be like, I know it's something personal, but what exactly is it? No idea. So.
Well, how has your understanding went from that time to now? What do you think?
A lot better, yes.
A lot better?
Yes, now I can actually explain it. I mean, I'm not the most person to explain about, but I can explain of what the microbiome, the skin microbiome is, and how it can help you.
Can you tell me?
Yeah.
How it can help me?
Yeah, so for example, the skin microbiome, about the skin microbiome or the gut?
Let's do gut.
Gut. So the gut microbiome, it tells you what you have that you don't know that you have, I feel. So let's just say when they're testing it and they're seeing all these bacteria, I don't know that I'm lacking fiber, or I don't know that I'm lacking all of this iron that I should be having. So, I mean, overall, it's kind of being knowing your knowledge on what needs, what your body needs without it talking to you, kind of and throughout your gut.
Mm-hmm.
What it's telling you what it needs, what your body needs, so, or what your body's needing for you to have a better long-term life. So.
In order to feed all these trillions of the microbes.
Exactly.
That are over there.
Yes, and in order to just get more healthier and understanding what your body needs, right? So, yeah.
Manage the disbalances. There was actually an interesting webinar that we had some time before. It was with our microbiology specialist, and it was in the microbiome, and it tells that diverse microbiome actually helps with the longevity.
Yeah.
That you can live longer.
Live longer, yeah.
More established microbiome.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the most fascinating facts that I've ever heard in my life at this point.
For sure, living longer, having a healthier lifestyle, being able to, do things that you weren't able to do before. It's all of these things. So there's lots of positives. So
yeah, I started eating yogurt. After that, the kimchi that I ate before. Now I eat kimchi and yogurt at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to live longer.
Yeah, so I want to live longer. I'm going to eat all of these foods that are going to help my microbiome. So.
Yeah. Okay, so what about this one? Are we shredding it or keeping it?
Probably shred it.
All right, for you. Oh, you saw that one. Okay.
Actually, can we put this back? I'm just kidding.
Okay, the microbiome is left. It's time for our new meme.
Okay.
Yes.
That's definitely a thumbs up.
It's definitely a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to read here, so I think I will be good with this.
I think it kind of explains itself,
Yes, and with it, the BioGut journey that is involving a lot of multidisciplinary approaches, right? And one of the multidisciplinary approaches is the psychological help. And this is basically depicting that our microbiome talks to our brain talks to our microbiome, and it's also contributing to our health in general. So through the BioGut program, did you see what would be your feedback on does multidisciplinary approach have a greater feedback rather than just, I don't know, having a consultation with a dietitian alone or with gastroenterologist alone? How did it help you?
It helped me a lot in terms of the psychological part of things, because it helps with my anxiety, helps with my confidence. So this picture, kind of the gut speaking to the brain, I totally agree. And with my experience with the journey that we're going through, I feel like it helped kind of lower my anxiety levels. I'm someone who struggles a lot with anxiety, and with my eating habits and all these things that come into play, I think my anxiety had kind of just went a little bit more over. So now when I'm kind of getting my body into track, or my gut into track, or becoming a little bit more healthier long term, my anxiety's coming down, my stress levels come down. So in terms of me and my experience, I think that this is it plays a huge personal part for me because of my anxiety. So I definitely all for this. So I love this meme.
Okay, yeah, thumbs up for this one.
Yeah, and just overall the journey has been amazing. So in terms of my psychological part of things. So
really? Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And I know, like, let's say when I'm anxious, this is when I would tend to miss the meal or eat a lot.
Yeah.
So I believe like
That's
having
me as well.
exactly. So I believe like knowing that someone is guiding you, so like not going to that fast and managing your overall
for sure. Yeah, the anxious feeling makes you binge eat, right? Eating so much, or your stress making you eat so much more. So once you kind of have that under control, it makes everything a lot more easier.
The perks of multidisciplinary
exactly. Those are the perks. So
those are the perks. Okay, we have a thumbs up.
Yes. There's more to go.
Okay, we are coming to the end of our meme journey, and this is something that I will need to read about.
During, but not after.
During,
so
but not
this is a 50-50, because during, I would say it's really complicated, but afterwards, I feel like that it's not complicated.
Okay, I will read out the meme itself. I just changed my eating status to "it's complicated." Can you tell me what do you mean that it was complicated during, but not
so during, all my meals are all over the place. I wouldn't eat breakfast. I would eat certain foods during breakfast, not have my lunch the right way. So it was a complicated relationship for sure. I would eat foods that aren't supposed to be drinking energy drinks or all of these things. So definitely complicated and not in the right times, in the right time setting. So, but now I feel like it's a lot more better. But during, it's definitely complicated for me. Just kind of getting onto the right track. And then once you're on the right track, it's not as complicated anymore.
Was it hard to adjust to the, scheduled eating? I'm struggling with that.
For me in the beginning, because I never used to eat breakfast. People would just tell me breakfast is the most important. I never really understood what that means, because I don't usually eat breakfast. But when I'm set with my timings and my food schedule, it was easier to go back on track to that for sure. Having like a set time, when you're going to eat, depending on your sleep schedule, all of those times. So I think it was easy for me to get on track with that for sure. But during was not on track.
Not on track.
No.
I know, because I don't have it on track either. And I do believe that having this bloating feeling, this is something that I'm struggling a lot, and I bet that not only me who is struggling, there's many other people who are not even considering that they have IBS. Meanwhile, it's ongoing, and it's all
happening
because of the eating
for
habits and because of their stress, their routine, that they're having a sitting lifestyle, right?
For sure.
I mean, I don't know, my lifestyle is, probably 80% sitting, and then some like 20%, okay, not 80, I would say probably 50% sitting, and then 10% for standing, and then other percentage, 40% just lying down during the night, right? So this will be something that my life looks like. But then having this different, I believe, routines will help you to manage.
For sure.
Actually, I remember we have a kinesiological care on board as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me more about what was the kinesiological approach for the IBS management? It's curious.
Yes. Stretching was my number one thing. So she helped me a lot with helping out with just being active. moving your body around a little bit more, not being, because this is where the bloating and the constipation, all this stuff will happen if you're not actually moving your body as much or doing your stretches. So in terms of me, I kind of would say the same thing as you. I'm always walking around, so I feel like that in the beginning I never felt like I needed to do my workouts because I'm already doing all of my movement during the day. So to focus on having that set time for me and doing my workouts and doing my stretches helped me a lot, not only with it in the inside but also on the outside, with me being able to be a little bit more active, having more of those energy levels for me. So definitely helped a lot.
Energy levels?
Yes. I don't have as much energy in the beginning. I never used to have as much energy as I used to. I feel like that I would get my 8 hours of sleep, but I'm so tired. So once I got into the BioGut journey, changing my foods, changing my the way I'm eating, the times that I'm eating, so all of these things come into play with me in my personal life. So having more energy, sleeping a lot better, my anxiety levels dropped, so healthier lifestyle. So definitely a huge help to me for that part, for sure.
That's perfect. It's good to see, because I have lots of and my brother as well, he can sleep for 14 hours straight and then wake up
and you're still
like,
tired.
Yeah,
you're still tired. Yeah. So.
And this is something that like I've been fighting, because in the mornings, every single time when I'm waking up, I found a solution in coffee. I have an espresso machine, but I think I need to replace it with something else. And I believe that probably some of the activity will help. I'm starting entering the gym. Not the good is progressing there, but at least like something that I can do.
For sure. And I think that it's all connected, right? I think all of these things are connected with each other. If you're trying to have that healthier lifestyle or have that longevity in your life, all of these things have a little bit of everything that is going to get you to that goal and get you to that time where you're going to feel like that you're relaxed, you have more energy, you're not as stressed, you're not as anxious. So I think a little bit of all of these things play a huge role with me and seeing that result. So for sure, for me, I would definitely give that a thumbs up.
Wow, a thumbs up.
Yes.
It has so many thumbs up.
Yes. Oh, do we need to choose just a few?
We need to choose one.
Oh, just one.
Just
okay.
one.
I'll look at them again.
So let's look at them again and share the review of what we learned about the BioGut journey. Because this is something that is pretty important, I believe, to know that we have a little review. Okay, so now you know all the memes.
Okay.
And what we learned was this one, that our brain and our microbiome are communicating
to each other, yeah?
This is definitely a part.
Yes.
But is it the winner?
No.
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 Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Now let's go to, let's say, which one would I say? Okay, this one. Well, the IBS flare-ups. Now we know how to distinguish that the IBS flare-ups is actually something that we feel. Any discomfort which is coming, because I did not know that discomfort is an IBS flare-up. For me, IBS flare-up is something that, I don't know, would like actually like do something. I don't know. There's like, I will have a concrete, like the stomach ache or something, or the belly aching or something else. Like it will flare up. But then now I know that bloating itself is actually a symptom, and anxiety plays a big role in it
for sure.
too.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll say no for now. Can we choose two winners?
2 winners I have. Okay, you have something.
No.
We will see.
Yeah.
We will have a final.
Yeah, we'll have a final one.
Yes. Between 2 of them. Okay, let's move on to our pizza night.
Yeah. I'll say a no.
You'll say no?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one.
What did we learn about this one? Can you remind me?
That way, can you control your cravings?
Oh yeah, the cravings. Cravings is actually very important.
Yeah, so.
And now we know that we can control it with some of the healthier habits.
Yes.
But meanwhile, our pizza cravings.
Yeah. Yeah,
because
we need to get rid of those.
I really like this one, but now we know that.
Wait, we might bring it back. Don't shut that one up yet. So.
Okay, I'll just place it on the side. Okay, for you. what about our little gut feeling that we have?
I think that this is the winner.
This is the
I
winner?
think so, yeah.
Wow!
Because I feel like that your gut does know. Your gut knows everything. And
Your gut
I feel
knows
like
everything?
and I feel like this is also with the other picture as well, with the brain and the gut. I think this goes well together too, right? Because I feel like that it's all connected. So I think my gut does know better. So I would say this is the winner. Yeah.
We have the winner,
Yeah.
and it's not only because it's a lovely,
The cat, but
amazing cat. Wow, okay. Well, good to know. For me, for some reason, I saw that you will choose this one.
I do kind of want to take that as well, but in terms of my gut knowing better, I would definitely say that yes.
Okay, we have a winner.
This is the winner.
Here's the winner.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
But maybe we can hold that up as well.
Hold this one as well?
Don't neglect your skin in the winter.
The importance of
The
not
importance,
neglecting the
yes.
skin in the winter.
Very important.
Yeah, I'll need to take care of that.
Yes.
The better care of my skin and my brother too.
Yes.
So it's very important. And the diet plays a huge role over
Yes.
here. Which is why I shouldn't eat pizza at night, but I just did yesterday and we have pizza in the fridge. So maybe
The pizza night.
The temptation is very high.
The temptation, yeah.
Safeway shouldn't have those discounts, no. This is a bad one. Okay, well, we did catch up on the overall picture of the multidisciplinary approach of the BioGut Clinic, the benefits of this multidisciplinary approach in managing different aspects and bringing some, from the kinesiological points, bringing some movements and improving the energy levels. From the psychological point is more of managing your stress and anxiety and feel better, being more confident. And from the dietitian perspective, it's more of managing your diet, seeing some alternatives to manage with what the feeling that you have, these flare-ups, make them go away, right? Would you have an advice for someone who would, let's say, they don't know about this BioGut program, but they do have a flare-ups? What would be your advice on them?
Well, if you're not going to know just from thinking that you have something, so I would say first thing, if you're having any of these symptoms or you're getting any of these flare-ups, to first get tested and see, and then maybe they can walk you through on what the right path is going to be for you and how we're going to get rid of those flare-ups or how they're going to get rid of those symptoms. So my advice number one is to always get someone to give you some information on that. So definitely give you guys a call, let's do a test, and then go from there. And then they'll be guided in the right direction for sure.
And probably not just sit still.
Yes, no.
Because like,
no, and just ignore it. I don't think that we should ever ignore your symptoms. And if you are getting symptoms of these things, then definitely get it checked for sure. So first thing, get that checked, and then the team will guide you in the right direction. So
perfect. It's great to hear that there is a right direction, and now we have the meme winner.
Yes.
Well, it's actually, can you believe that 30 minutes just flew like this?
Oh yes, it did actually fly. Yeah.
It fly like instantly.
Yeah.
Well, the webinar, I believe, is coming to an end. How was your feeling?
Amazing.
Amazing?
Yeah. Super good.
Super good?
Yes.
Wow.
Energetic, right? We worked on energy levels, so I have a lot of energy, so it was great. Yeah, it was great talking about it, and getting people informed on if you are experiencing any of these symptoms, to really take a closer look at them, and if you are focusing on any symptoms with your skin, to also look at it as well and get some help in directing you in the right path for you. So everyone is different and it's all customized, so to kind of get that second opinion and that second help is always great. So
sharing your opinion and your knowledge, this is important.
Yes.
Actually, guys, we're just behind the screen. I just don't see you for now, but I believe you're over there. What was your favorite meme? I know it was a very weird way of showing it, but maybe someone has their favorites by themselves, and maybe you guys have some questions on like, what is IBS, how to manage it, right, or something else. So please feel free to type in the chat. Right now, we'll have a couple minutes. Meanwhile, we're stretching the time of sharing the greetings, and
of course,
thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Yeah,
because it was a true pleasure. Honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I loved it. So it was amazing to be here as well to talk to you.
And I know, like, having such a pleasant member of our auditory over here.
Thank you.
Little scene, and I know that you're a star. So
thank you.
well, it's always amazing to receive this share wealth of knowledge with other people, especially when you have an experience and your issues were addressed, right? So when you know that the issues can be addressed, this is what, we have a little,
okay. Can you tell me how the journaling helped? The journaling for me helped me be more aware. So if I'm going to just do something on my daily life, I would most likely forget. Honestly, I would forget what I'm about to have to eat. I'm forget about how I'm going to do all of these things. But when it's there in front of me, it makes you kind of everything come back. And that's one part of the journaling. The second part of the journaling was all of the tips that they give you. So they give you there's videos and these tips that honestly helped me a lot. Even if they're just these little 30-second clips. So they're great. They're really in-depth. They're very informative. They give you lots of information. It just helps you up overall.
Wow. There are layers.
There are layers, yes.
Many started one topic, unless you will be talking more. There is no way to know when this journey will end.
Yeah.
But this is amazing to know how the complex the procedure is, and now,
of course.
Now we know that journaling is very important.
Yeah, very. It makes you more aware, of course.
Would you recommend the program to others?
Of course, I definitely would. I know sometimes it could be a bit of a confidence shift when you're starting to experience these symptoms, or don't have as much confidence to speak about your symptoms that you're going through. But when you talk to the right person, you're going to get there. So I would definitely recommend it to everybody. So it definitely helped me in my long-term life. So of course, there's lots of people going through the same thing, and of course it's great to always speak about it and to help others if they're experiencing the same things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Highly recommend.
You're promoting it to me now.
Of course. Of course. Get your BioGut checked. So get your gut checked. So
no, it's very important because basically we are what we eat.
Of course, I highly agree. I feel like what you eat is honestly what it shows from the outside, from the inside, all around. So you definitely are what you eat for sure. Yeah.
So knowing that your gut is in balance.
Yeah.
And then you can leave without any problems. And
of course.
You don't need to worry, because sometimes when you're sitting in a conference or you're doing the business meeting or you're doing your job, right? You're with the client helping, and then when you have some certain issues and you cannot just sit still. Oh my goodness, that gives
it's
you
always in the mind. You're constantly thinking about it. So
this
definitely.
Is not good, but I believe this is a very great feedback.
Thank you. Thanks.
And meanwhile, I was wondering to see if there are any other questions regarding the BioGut program or some interest that we can address. That would be amazing. The awkward science.
Awkward waiting for
awkward science. But yeah. Well, we'll give 5 more seconds. 5.
Countdown.
4. 3. 2. 1. Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining. And thank you for our audience to ask us such a wonderful question that helped us to improve share more about this wonderful BioGut journey. And thank you for participating today, to be with us right here and right now. And we wish you a great evening, and join us more for our upcoming new sessions that we will be sharing to learn more about how your healthy eating, how your gut can help you with your life and longevity together.
Yes, of course.
We'll tell bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.